watercolor paper and tubs of watercolor paint are on this wall in the art room near where we store our folders. Some people are more comfortable using the trays of paint such as you had in grade school. There's a couple different kinds of those for you to use. We also have paint that's in trays, and those have been put out for specific projects, but you're welcome to use them on Imagination Friday. Also, we have different kinds of paper. Some of the bigger paper is for WOW projects, and some of the smaller paper is for tests or bookmarks. Take the big paper when you're really ready to do something big and spectacular. You can also watercolor anytime on the regular 9x12 drawing paper.
So when you're watercoloring, you're going to need some water in one of these Dannon containers, and you're also going to need some brushes. There are lots of different brushes to experiment with, and I'd like you to try different types because they all do slightly different things for you. Over here between the two cones I have some placemats, and what these are specifically are just pieces of newsprint paper that we put under our watercolor while we're working.
Each time you watercolor, you should have your paper, your placemats, your watercolor itself, the bucket with the paint in it, and some handy Kleenex. Make sure you get your name on your projects each time. You can start painting. You'll need to put a little water on your brush and start activating that cake. When you first do it, it's kind of a light color, so you're going to need to want to go back 1, 2, or 3 times to get the paint just the way you want it. The number one reason to have a placemat under your work is that your work itself will be better if you can go off the edge of your painting and not worry about getting paint on the table.
Creating a mess. The other thing is it gives you a place to put your brush.
Kleenexes are useful to clean up little drips, mistakes, to blot with, and to actually remove paint. When it's time to clean up, one of the things you should do is remove some of the contaminated colors that you created as you were mixing. Don't overblot or blot with a dirty Kleenex because that'll make the situation a lot worse. Now that you're done, it's time to put your work on the rack.
When you're working with your watercolors, quite simply just put them on the rack, and then the next time that you're here, take them off and take them home. If something isn't taken for a while, hopefully I can get it back to you because you've actually written your name on the back. Otherwise, it's going to be lost.